Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it. William Ledbetter's 6 Weeks is a memoir of family inheritance, sibling devotion, and end-of-life caregiving, centered on the final weeks of his sister Nancy's life. After Nancy is diagnosed with terminal cancer and enters hospice, Ledbetter fulfills an earlier promise to help care for her. The narrative moves between the practical demands of those weeks and the family history that shaped the siblings' relationship. By placing Nancy's illness within a larger account of poverty, abuse, estrangement, faith, work, and reconciliation, Ledbetter presents caregiving as the culmination of a bond formed through decades of shared responsibility. The memoir's structure follows the movement of a single day, progressing through sections titled The Promise, The Dawn, The Afternoon, and The Night. This design gives the book a sense of approaching darkness, while allowing the earlier chapters to explore several generations of family experience. Ledbetter's recurring observation that we are the sum of the decisions we make and the decisions made upon us by generations before us provides the book's central idea. In tracing the consequences of those decisions, he shows how inherited wounds can become habits of vigilance, humor, discipline, and care. Family history isn't presented as background alone. It explains why Bill organizes, protects, and assumes responsibility, and why Nancy responds to suffering with patience, compassion, and faith. Ledbetter writes in a direct, observant style that pays close attention to ordinary objects and routines: hospital badges, medication binders, diner menus, household bills, a broken clock, and a serving of rice pudding carry emotional meaning without losing their physical reality. The hospice chapters are especially effective because they show love through labor, recording dosages, answering calls, managing paperwork, helping Nancy remain comfortable, and staying near her when conversation is no longer possible. Humor also remains essential to the siblings' relationship, giving them a recognizable way to communicate when solemn language would feel inadequate. Nancy emerges as a fully realized presence whose generosity continues even as her world becomes smaller. The memoir reaches its emotional resolution through reconciliation. Estranged relatives reconnect, unfinished obligations are addressed, and Bill gradually recognizes that his commitment to Nancy has given them both a measure of peace. At her funeral, he reflects on Nancy's belief that 60 years had been enough living for a full life, a statement the book supports through its careful portrait of her influence as a sister, mother, teacher, and friend. Her final letter to Bill completes the promise at the heart of the memoir by affirming that his efforts held the family together. 6 Weeks is ultimately a thoughtful record of how devotion becomes action, how family patterns can be confronted with honesty, and how grace can take shape through the difficult work of remaining present. Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.